Hello everyone. Do you know when newborn calves need forage? Well, if you don't, I hope you will have some idea by the end of this video. I am Ali from Penn State University. Recently, this has been an important question for dairy farmers, and scientific community stands divided over it. One group of scientists recommend forage feeding to calves as early as 1 week of age, while second group of scientists do not welcome feeding of forage to calves before 3 months of age. But you might be thinking, I am not a herbivore. I do not need forage. Why should I care about calves, whether they eat forage or something else? But these cows are saying to you, we eat forage to produce milk for your creamery ice cream and meat for your beef steaks. And if you do not believe, ask President Clinton. Indeed, every cow was born as a calf, and in future these calves will be producing these food items for you. Do you know how much meat and milk you consumed last year? Here are few numbers. In 2016, per capita beef consumption in US was 79 pounds, milk 154 pounds, yogurt about 14 pounds, and butter about 6 pounds. All cows producing these items definitely had forage as a part of their diet. Forage is a primary food for cow. Do you know why? Because their digestive system is made to break down and use nutrients from plant material, which we humans cannot do. They are able to do this through their large fermentative vat in the stomach called rumen, and that's why they are called ruminants. In 1 ml of rumen fluid, more than 10 billion microbes reside. These microbes anaerobically ferment forage to produce volatile fatty acids, which cow turns into meat and milk. Indeed, this ability of ruminants to convert indigestible plant material to digestible human products is of great significance. But the question here is, does newborn calf has the capacity to digest forage? Is rumen fully functional in newborn calf? The answer to this question is in negative. Newborn calf has non-functional rumen and cannot perform forage digestion like cow. Rumen holds 80% of total stomach space in cow, whereas in newborn calf it occupies only 25% of total stomach space. Calf rumen has to develop both in structure and function before it can digest forage. Rumen functional development in calf depends on two factors: establishment of microbes in rumen and growth of rumen papilla. What are rumen papilla and what is their function? Rumen papilla are tiny finger-like projections on internal surface of the rumen. These papilla increase the surface area for the absorption of volatile fatty acids from rumen to the rest of the body to meet the growth, production, and maintenance needs of the animal. Rumen development depends on the type of volatile fatty acid produced by microbes in the rumen. Three major volatile fatty acids produced in the rumen are acetate, propionate, and butyrate. If we rank these volatile fatty acids according to their effect on rumen papilla development, butyrate has the greatest effect, followed by propionate, whereas acetate has little to no effect on rumen papilla development. and the production of these volatile fatty acids in the rumen depends on the type of diet fed to calves. When forage is fed with milk to newborn calf, acetate is the predominant end product in the rumen. As we now know, acetate does not support the rumen development. So, no papilla are seen in the rumen of forage-fed calves till 6 weeks of age. However, when grain is fed with milk for 6 weeks, butyrate and propionate are produced in the rumen, which significantly stimulate the rumen papilla development as seen in this picture from a grain-fed calf rumen. Now that we know, in early calf age, grain-based diet is required for optimum rumen development. One would wonder why some scientists still recommend forage feeding to newborn calves. The main reason behind their recommendation is the abrasive nature of forage, which provides scratch factor to rumen. This scratch factor is needed for removal of dead cells from rumen epithelium that enable rumen papilla to keep growing by preventing from hyperkeratosis. These pictures show microscopic view of rumen papilla. Picture on the right demonstrates hyperkeratinization of rumen papilla. Hyperkeratinization is the buildup of keratin layer in rumen papilla, hampering absorption of volatile fatty acids from the rumen. Yes, forage can remove keratin layer and keep rumen healthy, but it does not support rumen development, which is the primary objective during early calf age. Moreover, its less digestible nature and gut feel effect reduces the intake of grain-based diet, further hampering the rumen development. Now, you would be wondering, what's the solution? Is there anything that can provide scratch factor without hampering rumen development? Yes, it is the texturized starter, which contains whole grains with protein pellets. When compared to forage, grains in texturized starter provide butyrate necessary for rumen development, and the size of these grains give adequate scratch factor to prevent rumen papilla from hyperkeratosis. Ultimately, both these properties of texturized starter prepare calf rumen for future forage digestion. So, it is best to feed texturized starter for first 2 to 3 months and include forage in calf diet after that. With this, I will end this video. Thank you.